Hi, my name is Riley Barron. I'm a senior Girl Scout with Troop 10193. Today, me and my mom will be teaching you how to make a mask. So some stuff you'll need are a cutting board, cotton, flannel, an iron, a rotary cutter or scissors. You'll need a straight edge, elastic, and pins or clips with bobbin and a seam ripper and a sewing machine. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to press your fabric and make sure there's no creases in it. What you're going to want to do is cut the selvage off the end with your rotary cutter or scissors. I don't know if I can do this with just my hand. I can't. I'm pretty sure that's not straight. So now we're going to cut our fabric, and you're going to, again, they're 9 by 7. You're going to want to cut one piece of cotton and one piece of flannel. And I already cut my flannel, and we're going to put these together, and my mom's going to show you how to do that.
Good morning, I'm Tracy Barron. I'm Troop Leader with 10193, and I'm also part of the group, the Mask Makers of Western New York. Currently, during our COVID situation, you have noticed that we've had to use masks, and along with my church group, my Girl Scouts have been making these masks. So as Riley has told you, our supplies were the cotton, the flannel, and some elastic. So what Riley has cut our material, and now I'm going to show you how to use the sewing machine and how to put it all together. Okay. With our elastic, we'll measure about 7 inches. I take 7 inches and then I double it up, and I take a good pair of scissors, I cut it, and then I cut it where the loop lies. Now, we will take our material and put the fabric side in, the pretty side in, so that way we'll see the back of the material. So we'll do that. What you're going to do is then take your elastic and put it on the corners. Now, you can use pins or you can use clips. I prefer clips. There's nothing wrong with pins, but I've become accustomed to the clips. You're just going to clip it and clip it in the corners like so, just to hold the elastic. Now it's important that we hold the elastic because once you sew it, you're sewing it inside out. You don't want to have to go back in and turn it right side out again and try to sew your elastic to stay securely on the mask. So you do that on all 4 corners. And now we're ready to sew. So I'm going to show you a little bit about the sewing machine. So here's what my sewing machine looks like. So some parts, there's a pedal on the floor. Riley won't show you, but that's how you're going to maneuver your needle up and down. Okay. Then you have a bobbin. Okay. The bobbin sits right inside there. It also feeds the bottom thread, so that way 2 threads are continuously making the stitch. You then take your thread and you feed it properly. Usually you take we'll show you how to do that. You go through and down and around your knob, and then you should have like a little hook inside here. You hook there, and then for my machine, it goes right forward like this, okay? And make sure you feed your eye of your needle, and just like so, okay? And you're gonna push that through. Make sure not to knot it, because if you knot it around your needle, you will break your needle. This is called a foot. So you're gonna put it through the foot. So both threads are there. So that's one part. Now we're gonna sew our mask. So there is a little lever here on your machine that lifts your foot up. You are going to place your material and you pull your thread, and then you pull that lever down. just like that. That foot will now hold your material in place. Now, I have guidelines here. You'll have guidelines along your machine as so. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start sewing. I'm going to go slowly. But because it's a corner and because it is elastic, I'm going to press backwards and do some backward stitching and then continue. So just as you go, make sure you feel along the edges that you're not sewing your elastic, just the corners. So you're going to go ahead here, hit backwards. It's okay to go over a couple times. Because you will be a new one, you can just pull it out like this and take your nifty scissors, or if you like to use the machine, there's a spot to cut. You'll repeat that step on the other side. Other edges too. We're going to do this edge and we're going to do this edge. Now we're going to completely sew across one edge. On this one, we're going to go ahead and we're going to stop. We're going to double stitch because it's going to leave an opening. We're going to continue here, double stitch, and then continue on. So that's okay, minding my lines over here to maintain my stitch length. I'm going to double stitch because that's the opening. Go through, double stitch the edge. So as you can see, we have one straight edge and then we have an opening in the middle. Through this little hole, pull, but be careful. Okay, you're going to pull that through. So now that you're turning it right side in, is this, okay? You still do have an opening in the top, but it's folded under. So here's the side that will face your face because it's soft, and then your fun material. Now, just across the top here and across the bottom. Now, I'm gonna walk over to the iron. So how we're going to do that is I do my pleats in thirds. So I'm going to take my finger, going to fold it and press down, just like so. Again, I'm going to use my clips. Okay. And then I'm going to repeat it like so. And it's okay, they don't ever look perfect, but they are functional. I do an extra press because as I sew it, they stay flatter. That. Can help guide it. And we will continue to do on our second side. And we double stitch. Put it on. You will want to wash it, of course, but if it's yours, around your ears, and you separate it like that. You make a mask.